Michelle here, bringing chair yoga to your home from my home. Welcome. Join me with your hands together in Anjali Mudra, prayer pose. And I invite you to bow your heads in honor of your own inner light and wisdom. Namaste, which means the light within me bows to the light within you. Let's all bring our hands down by the sides. Lift the shoulders up, back, and down. Inhale as you lift them, exhale as they descend downward. Lift from pelvic floor and hold the tummy in firm. And as you lift the shoulders up, let go of any stress, worries, any burdens that you've carried on your shoulders. Time to release them. Let it all just roll down the back body and surrender it. Breathe in as you lift and exhale as they descend down. Then we'll reverse the circle, coming up and down in front. Root into those sitting bones connected to the seat of your chair. And always continue to lift from the pelvic floor and draw the navel in, supporting the spine. We have intercostal muscles between the ribs that you can draw toward the spine like you're giving yourself a nice hug around the torso. And that helps support the spine as you reach up tall from the crown of the head. Then we'll inhale and lift the arms up into 90-degree angles. Exhale, lower arms down, just to a long parallel line with the arms, and create some circles. Here, root into the heels, the big toe and the pinky, and lift the arches of the feet. Imagine sending roots from those points down into the earth about a mile. Feel that connection to the earth. Feel the connection of the sitting bones to the chair. Grounding yourself as we continue to create energy in the upper body, moving arms. And then we'll reverse the circle and go backward. Try to limit the movement of the lower part of the body as we just focus on shoulders. And then we'll create a nice large circle and down and around. Be mindful to relax the shoulders down as you elevate the arms. And then reverse the circles, coming up and down in front. Link the breath with the movement as you breathe in. Lift the arms, exhale, descend them down and around. Then join your hands together again to Anjali Mudra. From here, let's place hands back down to the sides of the chair. And stretch one hand down the leg of the chair as you ease over in that direction. Lift the opposite arm up and over. With that top shoulder, draw it back, peek up toward the sky. Firm through the core here and lifting from pelvic floor. With that core strength, lift the body back up to lower that top arm down. And then slide that same hand down to the other side of the chair, holding on to the leg of the chair to elevate your opposite arm up and bring that bicep close to the air. Draw that top shoulder back, gaze upward. Still opening up through the heart, lengthening along the side of the body. Lifting from pelvic floor, holding navel in, firm from the core, then rise back up and lower that arm back down. Now angle the spine like a diagonal line. Bear the weight in the heels, but root into the big toe and the pinky, and then begin to reach your hands to wrap around, fingertips around the back of the chair, and draw your shoulder blades toward each other. Beautiful breaths in and out, keeping the neck long, and extension of the rest of the spine. As you root and ground into those points of the feet, lift up one arm at an angle, lower it back to the chair, then lift the opposite arm, and continue to alternate the arms. You're welcome to reach and hold the chair each time, or begin to move arms up and back, side to side here. Supporting the lower back by holding your tummy in firm. Let's return those hands toward the back. Then flip the palms down, widen the fingers, and begin to pulse upward. Strengthening tricep muscles, the back of the arms. And then we'll swoop up and rise. Lower those arms back down into your 90-degree angles. Draw the elbows in front and then widen. Inhale, exhale. Keep shoulders relaxed as you breathe in and out. Pause, straighten out the arms, nice long parallel line. Beautiful. Lower arms back down by the sides. Return your hands together again to Anjali Mudra. Take a moment to soften the gaze or close the eyes. Reach up long and tall from the crown of the head. Now from here, open eyes and unfold the hands down by the sides. Lift up one leg and interlace the fingers behind the back of the thigh. Guide your ankle to rest on the opposite knee. You can hold on to the chair again or place both hands to the top of the leg with one hand on the knee, the other on the ankle. Lengthen the spine. Lift from pelvic floor, hold navel in, and then begin to ease and crease from the hips, going into pigeon pose with the use of the chair. Again, lengthen the neck as it is an extension of the rest of the spine. Soften the gaze, relax the facial muscles, and breathe in through the nose and out from the mouth. Continue the breaths in through nose and out through mouth. And gently surrender some of the weight of the upper body. Release with gravity. You'll start to notice the opening of the hip that has the leg crossed. And maybe take that same hand on the side of the leg that the knee is bent and circle massage your hip, signaling to the brain that we're opening up that hip. Reverse your circle with your hand. Eventually return that hand back up onto the knee and rise back up. We'll uncross the leg, create a little circle movement, releasing the knee. Go ahead and reverse the circle. Swing that foot forward and back again. Extend the leg long and then return your arms into your 90-degree angle. Lower arms to shoulder height and pivot that leg off toward the corner. Then return the arms back up and the leg in front. Transition back off to the corner with your leg and the arms are long, parallel to the floor. Return to leg in front and arms extend up. So now we're breathing in and breathing out. Lower the arms, bend back into that knee, recenter the spine, ground into the points of both the feet, big toe, pinky, base of heel, and lift the arches of the feet. Now from here, go ahead and angle the spine again like your diagonal line. And we'll take each hand to wrap around the sides of the top of the back of the chair and draw shoulder blades toward each other, tummies in firm. Beautiful. From here, lift the upper body and bring the arms directly out in front. Begin to flip one palm at a time, alternating from side to side. Keeping shoulders relaxed down away from the ears, begin to widen the arms. then flip and lower. Just rotating from shoulders and the palms of the hands, lifting and lowering. From here, lower the arms back down by the sides and we'll engage our core muscles and use the strength of the top of your thigh, your quadricep. Begin to swing that foot forward and back. And then place the hands under the thigh and cross that ankle over the opposite knee. Send the energy up the spine. Both hands can rest to the sides of the chair or onto knee and ankle. Firm through the core, lifting from pelvic floor. Crease from the hips as you begin to angle the spine again, going to your diagonal line. Crown of head down toward the tailbone. Soften and relax into the hip that has the leg bent. Maybe bring that hand on the same side and begin to circle massage the hip. Then reverse the circle. Return your hand toward the knee, resting for a few more moments in pigeon pose on the opposite side. Soften the gaze, continue to relax the facial muscles. Inhale through the nose, and as you exhale, release some of the weight of the upper body. Descend with gravity. Even a millimeter can be a mile when it comes to yoga. So breathe in and breathe out. Receive the openness of the hip, and then we'll rise back up. Uncross that leg, circle, massage the knee, release, let it go. Reverse the circle. From here, go ahead and extend that same leg long. Lift the arms back into your 90-degree angles to keep your shoulders relaxed down away from the ears. And then we'll widen the leg to the corner as well as the arms. And then lift them back to 90 degrees or extend them long. Widen. Back up, leg in front. Again, widen and return. Breathe in. Exhale out. Tummy's in firm, supporting the spine, reaching up tall from the crown of the head. So you can think of your spine as the axis to your body and removing the arms and the leg on different planes. Visualize in your geometry days as if these lines are dissecting through the axis, which is your spine. A little geometry there. Sacred geometry. Bring your arms back up. And then lower arms, heel to the floor, bend back into that knee to bring both feet parallel to each other, and return your hands again together. Anjali Mudra. Draw another deep breath in, and exhale a sigh. We'll unfold our hands and have the palms lifted up. Then bring the shoulders up to the ears, back and down. Now lift from the pelvic floor, engage the lower abdominal muscles, and draw the navel in, feeling the support for the lower back. And then engage intercostal muscles between the ribs, like you're giving yourself a nice hug around the torso. Imagine a puppet string lengthening you from the crown of the head. So now you're creating an oppositional stretch with your spine, rooted into the sitting bones, right into the seat of the chair, but lengthening and creating that perfect posture, if you will. From here, soften the gaze or perhaps close the eyes for a few moments, and let's connect with our breaths. Breathe in through the nose and out from the mouth. Just let the breath fall out. Inhale again through the nostrils and out from the mouth. Continue to breathe into this moment And as you exhale, let go of anything outside of the walls of your home. And just focus on breathing in and breathing out, allowing yourself to be present in the moment. Now let's take the hands down onto the sides of the chair and continue to reach up long and tall from the crown of the head, holding the tummy in nice and firm. Bring one leg up and begin to swing the foot forward and back, calling awareness into that left quadricep. That I have my left leg up. Doesn't matter which one you have up first. We're just engaging and strengthening that quadricep muscle as we warm up the knee, holding the tummy in firm. Draw the shoulder blades toward each other. So you're continuing to have your heart opened. From here, extend the leg long and go into pointing and flexing. Still lifting from pelvic floor, holding navel in, using the core muscles to assist holding the leg up in place as you warm up the ankle and work through the muscles of the feet into the toes. Then we'll flex into the foot, lower the heel down toward the mat. Reach up long and tall and begin to bend, increase from the hips. Tummy comes in firm and the back is nice and flat. So from the crown of the head down to the tailbone, you've created a nice diagonal line. Beautiful. Breaths in and out. Then from here, lower the arms down, rise up and bring your arms into 90-degree angles, being mindful to keep the shoulders down away from the ears. Then we'll bend into the knee. From there, send the leg long in the arms. Then rebend into elbows and knee and send it long. Firm through core. Active with that leg, stretching and reaching heel forward as we lengthen arms, keeping shoulders down away from the ears. Beautiful. Breaths in and out. Pause, then lower arms and heel back down toward the mat. Hold on to the chair and begin to crease from the hips. Maybe wrap fingertips around the back of the chair and draw shoulder blades toward each other, continuing to open up the heart, keeping the back flat and the neck as an extension of the rest of the spine, and drawing the toes toward the knee, getting a deeper stretch for the back of the leg that's long. From here, lower the arm down that's closest to the foot that's grounded to the floor. Rooting into big toe, pinky in the base of the heel, lift the arch, and then we'll cross that arm over to the long leg and look in that direction. Breathe in and out. Maybe place the back hand to the top of the back of the chair so it gives you a little freedom to draw that top shoulder back, going into a little upper body twist as well. Breathe in, breathe out. Then gaze down at the toes that are reaching up toward the sky. Uncross the arm. Place both hands again wrapped around the back of the chair. And from here, firm through the core, lifting from pelvic floor. Connected to the points of the foot, big toe, pinky, base of heel. Stretch the arms down, rise up, bring those arms into your 90-degree angles and elevate that leg that's long. Wonderful. We'll lower the arms and bend back into that knee and bring hands together again to Anjali Mudra. From here, let's bring hands back down to the chair. Lift up the opposite leg, tummy's firm. Begin to swing the foot forward and back, strengthening the quadricep of the leg that you're moving. Grounding into the opposite foot, again, big toe, pinky, base of heel. Lift the arch and imagine sending roots down about a mile into the earth. And then we'll go ahead and extend that long leg. Point and flex. Then we'll flex into the foot, hold it long, lift the arms up to your 90-degree angles, and then bend into that knee and extend arms and leg long. Bend in and lengthen. Inhale, exhale. Imagine pushing something away with the leg that you are lengthening. And then imagine pressing something up toward the sky while keeping the shoulders down. Beautiful. We'll pause, then lower arms, hands back to the chair, lower the heel of that long leg. Crease from the hips, hold the tummy in firm as you angle the spine. Remember, a diagonal line from the crown of the head down toward the tailbone. Breathe in through the nose and out from the mouth. Now lower the arm down on the side that the leg is supported with the full foot. And we'll cross it over to the long leg on the outer part of that leg. And look over toward that side. Stretching the back arm to wrap fingertips around the top of the chair. Breathe in and out. Keep your neck long as it is an extension of the rest of the spine. One more breath in. Exhale it out. Gaze back down at the toes that are reaching up toward the sky. Uncross the arm and then place both hands again along the back of the chair, wrapping fingertips around the sides of the top of the back of the chair. And now we'll lift the arms in the upper body, returning arms into 90-degree angles, lifting up that long leg. Maybe extend the arms, reach them up toward the sky. Then from here, return the hands together, back to the heart as you bend into that knee, the leg was long, and recenter yourselves. Now we're going to pivot one leg out toward the side. So pivot that leg out toward the side, and then shift your waistline to face toward the leg. From here, place back hand onto the chair, the other hand onto the seat of the chair, and begin to slide that front leg so that the back of your thigh is completely supported by the seat of the chair. And we'll bring the opposite leg down, knees descending down, toes are tucked under. Get a nice stretch for those toes. Maybe bring the outside arm up and then the hand that's touching the back of the chair. As you continue to lift from pelvic floor and hold the belly in, feeling centered, bring the other arm up. You can always bring those arms into 90-degree angles to be mindful to keep the shoulders down away from the ears. Then we'll bring hands back to the chair. Now extend that back leg. You can continue to have the toes tucked under with a nice little micro bend in the knee. Hips are still facing forward. Or you can try to bring that back foot flat to the floor, still keeping hips facing forward to elevate one arm up and then the other. Breathing into warrior one with the use of the chair to support that front leg. Maybe extend the arms up. Then we'll lower arms, hands back to the seat of the chair, bend into that front leg. Keep those toes tucked under. And then we'll bring that outside leg to meet the leg that's facing forward already. And we'll take it into a cat back, where you're lifting from pelvic floor, you're holding the navel in, rounding out with the upper back, walking fingers toward the knees, gazing gently down at your lap, cat tuck. Now place hands to thighs, begin to press the chest, lengthening, bringing that chin to a neutral position so it remains parallel to the floor. And then we'll lift up through chest and open the throat, cat lift. Then hands back to the knees, round out from the upper back. Inhale and rise back to cat lift. Exhale, cat tuck. Inhale and lift. Exhale, cat tuck, pause and hold it with those fingers wrapped around the knees. Continue to lift from pelvic floor and draw the navel in. Release into the shoulders. Now from here, place the hands back to the thighs and begin to reach forward, creasing with the hips to create a nice flat back. Stretch the hands down toward the shins or ankles and then elevate arms and back body up. Lower arms down so hands can return to the seat of the chair. And then pivot the outside leg back toward the front, placing both hands to the chair and extending that front leg long. On the same side as the leg, bring that same arm and slide it down the leg as you lengthen the back arm. Balancing on that heel, lifting from pelvic floor, holding navel in. Perhaps bring the top arm up. Maybe bring the bicep to the ear. Firm through the core, lift the body back up, lowering hands back to the chair, and then again, bend into that front knee, toes tuck under. Then we'll step that front leg back out to meet the other and pivot back toward the front to recenter. Beautiful. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, lower back down. Lift shoulders up, back and down. And now with the opposite leg, pivot it off toward the side. Shift the waistline to face toward that leg that has been pivoted. Then lower the front leg down so knee descends down and toes tuck under. Hands are onto the chair and then bring up one arm and maybe the other. Exhale, lower arms and hands back to the chair and then slide that front thigh to be supported by the full seat of the chair as you extend the back leg long. Again, toes can be tucked under with a nice little micro bend in the knee, or you can flatten the foot at a nice 45-degree angle. So big toe, pinky, and the base of the heel is connected to the floor while the hips remain facing forward, elevating that front arm out and up, and then joining it with the other. Relaxing those shoulders down, maybe checking in with shoulders to bring the arms into 90-degree angles, and then energetically lengthen the arms while keeping those shoulders down. Breathe in and breathe out into your warrior one, a posture to meet life exactly where it is with an open heart. Now lower the arms back down, hands to the chair. Bend back into that front leg. Tuck the toes under. Pause for a moment. And then we'll bring that front leg over to meet the other. And I'll shift a little bit so you can see the rounded out back body in your cat tuck. Then pressing up through the chest and the chin to cat lift. Breathe in, breathe out, round it out. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Now from here, rise back up. Forward fold, creasing from the hips. Keep the neck long, the back flat. Stretch the arms down and then lift the arms and rise back up. Bringing hands together to your heart to now pivot that front leg to face forward, keeping the other leg directly pivoted to the side, and go ahead and extend that front leg, bringing the heel to the floor. Both hands onto the chair, lining up so waist is facing toward the leg that is off toward the side, and place that front arm to the same side where you have the leg long, and reach down that leg as you lengthen the back arm. Still lifting from pelvic floor and holding navel in, going into a little balance, centered from the core, feeling the heel connected to the floor, as well as the full foot grounding into big toe and pinky and the base of the heel of the opposite foot there, so that we maybe can elevate that top arm and draw bicep to ear, creating a beautiful diagonal line from here. Beautiful. From here with the core held in, lift the body up, bringing both hands back to the chair. And then we'll bend into that front knee and pivot the other leg to face back, to face forward. Hands together again. Draw a deep breath in and exhale it out. Now, let's work on our warrior two with the use of the chair. Again, let's all pivot the leg out toward the side. Slide your full bottom to be completely supported by the chair, and then extend the back leg, maybe a little slide for the thigh to be supported as well. Have the hips facing off toward the side as mine are, and then lift the arms up to a parallel line. Gaze toward the side that has the knee bent, and breathe in and out, warrior two. A posture to build confidence and persevere. So from here, let's take the front arm down toward that leg that's bent and reach the back arm up and over. Draw that top shoulder back, peek up, gazing and lifting the heart. Side angle, still firm from the core and holding the lift of the pelvic floor. Return to your warrior two. Now lower that back hand to the leg behind you and flip the front palm. From here, slide that back hand down the leg as you elevate the front arm and reverse, exalted warrior. Hold that tummy in firm and then take it again over to the side angle. Again, shoulders back, peek up, then flow all the way through your warrior two and reverse it back. Breathe in and lift, off to the side. Pelvic floor is lifted, tummy's in, firm through the core. Reverse it backward. We'll do one more on this side. Beautiful. Return to your warrior two. Place hands to the seat of the chair. Bend into that right knee and then pivot the body to face forward again. Now, pivot the opposite leg directly to the side. Hands to the seat of the chair so that you can lengthen that back leg and perhaps slide a little bit of the front thigh to be supported by the chair. Hips are facing off toward the side. Lift the arms and gaze toward that front leg with the knee bent. Breathe in, breathe out. And with that front arm, take it down toward the thigh and lift the back arm up and over. Draw the shoulder back, lift with the heart. Firm through the core and lifting from pelvic floor. Engage those core muscles to lift the body, and then back hand to the leg. Front palm lifts, reverse it back. Exalted warrior, firm through the core. Take it through a flow over to the side. Breathe in and lift. Exhale. Reverse, inhale, lift, exhale, back to side, flow, firm through core, working on the sides of the body, the oblique muscles, stretching out the lungs, and then we'll return to our warrior two. Breathe in, breathe out. Lower hands back to the chair, bend into that front knee, toes tuck under, and then bring that front leg to meet the other leg. And pivot back to the front. Let's round it out into a lovely cat tuck. Lift it up, cat lift. With your heart open, forward fold. Stretch the arms down and then widen arms and rise back up. Bring those arms into your 90-degree angle, still lifting from pelvic floor and holding the tummy in. Lift up one leg and extend it long. Beautiful. Breathe it in, breathe it out. Then lower the arms down by the sides. Slide your full bottom to feel the complete support of the chair, and then bring up the other leg. Reach up tall from the crown of the head. Again, the spine is the axis to the body. You're welcome to hold on to the chair and then widen legs and your arm back in. It's not about how widely you get the legs. It's about engaging the outer thighs and then the inner thighs. So focus on those muscles in the legs, keeping the legs long, feet flexed, firm through tummy. Beautiful. And then we'll pause and bring those arms up into a 90-degree angle on each side. Wonderful. Maybe extend the arms long, taking it into a 5-pointed star. So remember to reach up from the crown of the head. Imagine a puppet string lengthening you. Rooted in those sitting bones, the pelvic floor is lifted, the tummy's held in, giving you the strength and the power to extend those legs, draw them back toward the front, and bring your arms into 90-degree angles. Maybe lengthen the arms up from here, taking it into a warrior three balance. Bring hands together, back to the heart center, and then gently bend into the knees to feel the surface of the earth beneath your feet. Now with our hands again together in Anjali Mudra, I invite you to bow your heads in honor of your own inner light and wisdom. And may the longtime sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within bring you peace at home. Namaste.